welcome to the After Game Chat. Hi.
Hi.
We're back.
Hi.
And we had our first episode without a player. How'd you feel?
It wasn't
Sad.
the same.
I felt kind of bad when we all started kind of partying.
True.
And, like the whole
We're
campaign
doing
has been
fun
like, we need to be
stuff.
doing stuff. We need to be going to work. We need to be getting shit done. The second Concho's gone,
We're
fuck it, let's party.
relaxing.
Let's party. We got a penthouse.
I was like, I'm gonna go on a date.
And succeed.
Look,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm
it's
so happy
I've been
your
on the
date
road.
worked out.
Been on the road for a long time. Okay.
Woo. Oh my god.
I can't wait to hear what Concho thinks about what happened today. It's like maybe a missing the bubble bath scene wasn't so bad.
I personally am bummed that I missed that. Kanna, the player.
And now you don't. Now you don't know.
That's
but yeah,
true.
the players had a chiller post big fight pre long rest vibe, which was good. They ate dirt, bought dirt, didn't eat it.
Bought dirt.
True.
I have no
Fire
spell
ate-
slots going
Fire
into
did
whatever
do a
we're going
tasting.
into next time.
Which was
Well,
funny
you're
because
gonna get 'em back.
I overprepared, of course, like a couple random shops and a couple random people, things like that. And that's usually how I like if you are in a town and I don't have like a general plan. That's usually how I determine what's around. And I've had this growing document since I started playing D&D in 2007. So the dirt store. was something that I had made a long time ago, and I was just like, oh boy. When it came up on the poll, I was like, oh no. Well,
17 years in the making.
yeah.
For dirt.
It has about 1,300 places. Just things that I've thought about. So, you guys said bakery, so I was like, what do I have here that's like a bakery? And I had a couple really cute ones, and then I had dirt store, and I was like, great.
That one.
But that also means that we're adding a homebrew item into the game of the flavor candies, which can be used in very fascinating ways.
I was like, I'm gonna go back and get some of those, though.
I'm
I'm glad you did.
Because I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to
I
call
hope
one
someone
anyway.
does.
trying to coat one in some potion of forced polymorph, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I figure there's gonna be some
Yeah, I'm like, can we powder it?
some debauchery
How do we?
happening with our candies, which I think is cool because
Granny loves a little poisoning.
But at the end of the day, it's also like you have to work.
Yeah.
If you're like
I just
trying to
got
do
my
things
knee.
like that, you have to work in like putting it in food or
Right.
drinks or having them eat it, and like so there's a lot of ways that it won't work. But
Right.
yeah, I think it's cool.
Definitely a fun thing to have that I may never ever use, but
Right, you might forget you
I can
have
look at it and be like, oh.
But I think
I
that
feel
was
like
fun.
we might use those.
Potentially, we'll see what happens.
At some point.
But yeah, you guys left. I wrote out Concho, of course, and I had told the players prior to the game. I was like, just let it happen, because like I have played games in the past where I've written out a player for the session, and they spent the session looking for them, and I was like, they're not here. You're not gonna find them.
I guess you could do that if like the objective is to try and find them, not to find them, just to like we've got to track them down.
Right.
Let's see, and then we can get close as the episode ends, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, we
I feel like
partied
Soul
instead.
though is one of the like most grown ass capable
Right.
characters in our group, where it's kind of like, okay, well, I guess if they had to go, I guess they had to go.
Yeah.
I like.
They said don't
I'm
leave
sure
town
he had a
without
reason.
me. So I
That's an
mean,
adult man.
We
They didn't
haven't
say
left
they were,
town.
Like, leaving the party. They were just like, I'll be back.
Yeah,
So
I gotta check on something.
I love the drama. It was like almost like anime-esque drama of they were kidnapped.
That was so good.
funny.
It was so good.
My God,
Soul's been kidnapped, and they wrote a note as if they were them.
Looks like it was written by Soul.
Believe this.
Oh my God.
It's like, duh, the woman was too stunned to speak.
It was so good.
I do feel like we got to see different sides of a lot of people. Like we got to see a different side of Kanna directly. Whether it would be like at the beginning when you were like charmed, you were like, I like candy. So now the party just generally knows that you like sweets and candy, which is a small detail, but it's still cool. Because if it was like Kanna was asked, you'd be like, I don't know, do I? Like,
I would never have told you that.
yeah.
We're getting candy crumbs about Kanna.
But I got charmed.
Yeah.
And so I decided that Kanna would be a little more it'd be like if Kanna was hanging out with friends
Yeah.
while she was charmed. Instead of just being like, I'm charmed, so I'm quiet and out of it. I was like, I feel like it'd be better to just play into it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
And like kind of get to reveal a small piece of something.
Yeah.
That's not too much, but just like enough to be like, oh, look, they're kind of, there's some
God.
development there.
Kanna likes candy. That's the end of the game. We figured it out.
We did it. We found it out.
GG easy.
Yep.
Well, it is very opposite of Kanna, though. He wouldn't be like,
it
big
built like a
sweet
whole
tooth at
headcanon
Kanna.
thing based on just that, though. So
Mhm.
it's fine.
Do your work, lore people.
Yeah, right? We got to see a lot of Oighear's secret, one of the secrets that we had written. At the beginning of the campaign, in case anyone forgot, I had all of the players write 4 to 5 different secrets, and I distributed them amongst people. And the players know which one is real. And so that means that one person in the party has the real thing. And then the other people in the other secrets are like maybe kind of true, but also not. Like they're inflated, and then they have one that's false completely. So it's fun seeing those come out. And Oighear's like for real obsessed with a Leonin. It's very cute.
The way Oighear was like, you promised me.
The shake.
Yeah,
You will
grabbing
say
my
you
sleeve.
You promised, Oighear.
I was gonna lose it.
That was so good.
Emmy's telling Granny when she gets back.
I was like, I wonder if Emmy will tell Granny this anyway.
Absolutely
Oh,
tell Granny.
Granny is Emmy's confidant.
Yeah.
It's
know.
like,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
unconfirmed, confirmed.
It would be coming back and waking you up in bed. Granny, Granny.
There's
See,
a
like
love.
with Oighear though, since like again, it's like the clan thing. It's a clan like not I want to say hive mind in a bad sense. It's like very much like if someone tells you to keep a secret. If you tell Oighear to keep a secret, like to the grave, may not a shitty poker face, but it's to the grave. Like they know that I know, but I still won't say what it is, kind of situation.
Right.
So it's very much just like you pinky promised. You it's like if you tell anyone, I will consume your soul. Like
Yeah.
it was that
See, and
moment. Of
Emmy's
just,
very like never gonna tell a secret that's gonna hurt you
Yeah.
Mhm.
or like to that person. But to Granny, little oh my god.
Granny's gonna make this happen for you.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
this talk where like the person's just like, yeah, I won't tell a secret, and then they do the key, and then the best friend just snatches the key and then unlocks it. They're just like,
Yeah. Yep.
that's
Catch Granny learning scry and sending in the next 4 to 5 episodes.
So truly.
I spent all of my spell slots trying to scry on this person that I know vague things about.
Hey, if I
Man, we should
describe
have went to
them
speed
you,
dating in the park.
better
Mhm.
chance.
Forgot
of
about speed
success.
dating in the park.
We got to see a little bit of Granny getting some of her power back. A little bit.
Yeah.
Which could be hinting at a potential level up next
Oh.
episode.
What?
I totally haven't been asking for that.
Not at all. No, not
If we
after
could just
every
level
fight,
twice
not
every
after
session.
every game.
Yeah.
Every episode. Hey,
If
Jen.
we had a conversation, I think that advanced us, and so we need to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
we
we
all
grew as
sat down
people.
to
Mental
Play.
development, we need to
So-
level up.
Have you ever had a Pokemon battle? Every Pokemon battle, your Pokemon get experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, level up.
True.
Except for I don't want to be on XP. I want to be on milestone.
We are
'cause
on
I don't wanna
milestone
grind.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't want to
Yeah.
grind.
It is like
Yeah.
a collective XP gain towards a milestone.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
versus I kill this person, I gain 10 XP. Like that's different. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. What do you guys
I'm-
think happened to Soul? This is coming out before Soul's episode as well. So, what do you guys think is gonna happen? And
He
in the
went
comments,
back
what do
to
you guys
talk
think
to
is gonna happen?
the sexy
Running fully
lady.
clothed from an explosion, right?
From the fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
was
don't.
forced to
Oh.
be a
Why are they
model by
at
the
the
sexy
fashion show?
lady.
Forced
And
to
Jen
be a
just
model
gave
by
me
the sexy
info.
lady.
Yep.
It could also be a thing where if the sexy lady spell wore off, he could have thought we're at the fashion show because
Yeah.
he doesn't know where we went
Yeah.
True.
from there.
Very
Has
true.
no idea where we're
Yeah.
staying or anything like that. And the only information that he knew was we talked about going to the fashion show.
And that he
Yeah.
had to wear clothes or
And then he
something.
had to
Yeah.
wear clothes to go in.
That's true.
Maybe Soul has a secret lover.
Mhm.
Soul's
Mhm.
experienced.
We've
We've heard things.
He's experienced.
We've heard things. He's
Are you saying that
experienced,
as
but,
like a matter of fact I know that's canon? Or like what are you
No,
saying
like-
Emmy knows right now?
Well, it is canon though, because we had the lover discussion
Yeah.
and the talk about claws and things like that. Like
Mhm.
there have been talks about like
True.
they're like, oh, Leonin partners are fun. Like
Mhm.
that has come up and like these different things. So like we know that they're an
True.
adult.
Mhm.
They're a full adult. So that's my assumption.
Yeah, what do you think, Saya?
But we don't know anything about their
What do I think happens to Soul? I think that I'm speculating here.
he's wearing
I think
have
that
no
Soul got
idea.
charmed and controlled into doing something, and I think setting off an explosion was probably part of it, and Soul running from the explosion is probably like post charm wearing off or like right as it's wearing off. Or in a way that will make it just look like it was obviously Soul.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when we finally meet up again, if Emmy and I are able to catch their attention, it'll either be right after the charm has worn off, because the charm wore off on me
Mm-hmm.
relatively quickly, but I know that was a different scenario because he was like extra charmed.
Yeah.
So I think she probably controlled him into doing something. There's probably something at the fashion show that through being disrupted is going to cause more problems.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe pin the blame on whatever group Soul is with what happened at the church, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think something similar, just that it might be a diversion for them to get the dragon bone thing out.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people like, oh my God, what happened over here? That they're less, because they have to figure a way to get it out too. Like we have no idea how we're
True.
gonna get it out. So I'm assuming they also are like, what do
We
do?
didn't even talk about that.
Right.
today.
Well, I know that Kanna's going to be able to let them know that we found it,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's gone,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
So
I'm not
we
gonna know
think-
because I'm staying the night
Maybe-
at someone's house.
Right. We think forced
Maybe
modeling.
Soul's wearing
we
clothes because they're
think
gonna get married.
married. Oh,
He's dressed as a
imagine.
groom.
My God, he gets
He's a
hangover.
runaway bride.
It's hangover dude.
That's so funny. I love it. Okay, noted. Noted. I love the predictions. I love them. We'll see.
Like,
what
do we get to
actually-
sit in when Soul plays, or do we have to wait until
get
it
to
like
wait
comes out on
until the episode-
We
YouTube?
have to
Wait.
wait.
You
Yeah.
get to wait until the episode comes
we
out
have
in our
such a long Okay.
Personal
True.
drive that we
In our
see
drive,
many,
okay.
many days
Mhm.
before the episode comes out.
I was like, don't give me a lag. Don't give me a
No,
delay.
No.
It's like, you will see what
Imagine
happens
Jen
next
makes us
March.
wait until the episode airs like
That would
June
Right?
of next
suck.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not coming out until 2027. Thank you. You have to wait till then. No
We're
one
not
will
talking
remember.
about Kingdom Hearts 4, are we?
Oh no. So what was your favorite part of today? What was your favorite part?
Not
My
getting
favorite-
rejected.
Not getting rejected.
Honestly,
Yes.
seeing
That's up
Kanna succeed,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
truly.
Slay.
Kanna needed to get laid, and that might happen. So I'm happy.
We faded to black, so I mean,
Yeah.
if Saya as a person wanted that to be the goal, then that happened. But
That
we
was
did talk about in session 0 how we don't describe. So if
Yeah.
someone goes on a date or goes to someone's house, I'll be like, "What did you do? You tell me."
Oh, it faded to black 75% of the way through the evening. Yeah.
The riz was so high that we went
Yep.
home early. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
This is the only time we'll hear about it because Kanna's not going to tell us.
That's so funny. But
No.
I have been at tables in the past where people have wanted to like RP flirting with somebody, and it just gets a little uncomfy.
Mhm.
Not for everyone, but it was uncomfy for me. And
Yeah.
I was like, are me and Saya gonna flirt in front of the cast? We could, but no.
Well, I
Yeah, I
mean,
feel
it would
like
be
there's
like
like
a
a
professional
portion of
RP thing. It's not like
conversation
it
to
would
that.
be.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean,
yes.
sorry. I like the way that you chose to handle it, which was
good.
kind of just like, what are the plans? You know, like, let's make the plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of like have that little banter back and forth, and then like you can tell me what goes on, and then we'll move on.
And if
So
it was
it's
an animated series on Prime or something, then that can be acted out.
Yeah.
right.
Only.
I mean, you heard it here first. If we ever get animated, we're doing the scene.
Right.
It's happening.
Where it's happening.
What's everyone else's favorite? If you didn't list already, I think.
Ire and Emmy finally having an organic time of
Mhm.
bonding because we literally
Yay!
talked about how we wanted that last time.
Yep.
That's
We had a
There's
true.
some true
conversation.
vulnerability in there.
That's true.
Mhm.
I mean, getting all the tea.
I'm collecting everyone's trust.
And our secrets.
Except
Yep.
mine.
I know, and she's so
You'll
sad
never
about
know.
I was rolling for Jet in June as I
Mhm.
like because I have like a relationship types and things like that, and it's funny that I keep accidentally rolling people in relationships. I'm just like, well, I guess
So yeah,
everyone
because
in
they
the world
both were.
yeah, they both were, but he
Mhm.
was in
It's like
a
everyone's married except for you.
yeah, he was in long-term dating resentful situation and she
Mhm.
was in a long-term married open situation. So I have about 25 different options and I
Oh.
just pick a couple in my head and then roll for it because I don't have a 25-sided die. So
Why?
do
The dating
like-
world is a broad spectrum.
That's what
There's
it is.
no
Yeah,
right
I
or
want
wrong
I want there
answer.
to be a bunch of different kinds of people, including straight people, even though this is a gays and theys show. Straight people exist, I guess.
Ally.
Guess they have to.
Ally.
Yeah. Society
do
may
like
not have progressed
that,
as far.
Junie and Jet both kind of look similar to Emmy,
Uh-huh.
making Emmy less noticeable in a crowd because there are literally other elven people that would look similar
That are from your
Mhm.
area. Yeah.
that exist. Yeah.
We love.
True.
Yeah, you utilizing your power, I suppose, for the first time was fascinating as well because like seeing opulence and like sort of the group getting to experience that for the first time
Oh,
from
like
you.
my
yeah. Power.
my
but,
money.
like, yeah, your money.
Yes.
Your money.
Money
My
is
money.
power and like a lot of
Yeah. My luxuries.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like
Mhm.
adding that into being a perk essentially of your
Mhm.
character
Yeah.
is fascinating, and then also seeing like the reactions of other people is really cool. Whether it be like I love this or this makes me uncomfortable. Like I kind of
Yeah.
liked both of it.
Yeah.
Both
It's
of
like
them.
this is how I live my life.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Soul would think though. Guess we'll
Right.
get that action next time.
Because
If
it's
we
really
don't
one of
get
those that could
kicked
go
out of
either way with
Viston.
Soul.
Right.
I can't get a read on Soul half the time.
Right.
Mhm.
We'll see.
I'm kind of praying that we get another day in Viston
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because it'll be like one day.
Yeah.
Once we've
This
all
was
rested.
we haven't slept in Viston yet, so
No.
yeah.
This is still the day of the fight in the church.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I kind of hope we get that one extra day because the second day my favor gets called in, but the second day I can also hopefully take a long rest
Yeah. The group
because I
did have a
opted to not.
The group did have a short rest as of like the explosion happening. So for mechanic purposes, like the group will come back with a short rest having been completed in the event they need something, anything, and not just immediate
I was
death.
like, I don't even think I get stuff in
Yeah.
short
I don't get
rest.
anything back except maybe like a hit dice.
Yeah, you can roll for health.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can roll your
Which
health.
I don't need.
I'm pretty much max. There's no point.
You don't need it? Oh my god.
Well, no,
Granny's,
because
like
you.
falling apart still.
Granny's like, help.
Because Granny healed me big time during the fight. Like
Mm.
I got back up basically to full
Yeah.
between that and the health potion.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
good.
and Emmy and Granny healed me like towards the end of the fight, and I was like, "Yo, you can save that."
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, "Nope, I'm healing you," and I was like, "All right, cool." So I left it like full health.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have any spells, but I.
Let's see. I want to do stars and wishes. Always, of course. I have a star. I'm going to steal the first one. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to send it to Saya. Saya, I love that you are leaning in and trying to think of like different ways for Kanna to interact so that she has more depth. And I think that's very cool. And I'm excited to see the more opportunities we have to see more sides of Kanna, and also potential more other things of Kanna. We'll see. We'll see. I wish for more
What do you mean
of
by
that
that?
from everybody. I wish for everyone to sort of like lean in and see like, or try to pull from different perspectives, being like, how would I react in this situation or that situation, or what thing from my past can I pull out here, and like different RP and things like that. So it adds a lot of dimension and a lot of notes to role play, and I love it. So yay, that's my star and that's my wish.
Thank you.
Yeah. Saya, I gave it to you, so you go next.
Okay, mine is for Aries. I always love how. I always love a character who's like unashamedly and unapologetically themselves. And I feel like you're always so true to the core or like the essence of who Ire is, or like what we know about them at the moment. And I think Ire is such a fun character. And getting to see kind of like how you've like adjusted to being with like a group of strangers and like being a little vulnerable with them, I think is really cool, as a fellow party member.
Hey, thanks.
What's your wish?
Can it be selfish?
Yeah, of course.
My wish is that I could take a few more long rests a little sooner because it will change the course of like how I on paper change Kanna.
Sure. That makes sense.
Which will also play very much narratively into it. Yeah.
That's fair. Cool.
Yeah.
We love. They said, I want to sleep.
Well, I chose not to. I
I
chose not to,
You did
but
choose not to sleep. That's true.
I did. For the
Alright.
narrative.
Aries, you got the star, so you go next. Stars and wish.
Yay. My star will be going to Jen as our DM
Yes.
because, like, I love that you're so capable of making both very serious traps and then very silly traps. Just like going into a bakery and then the dirt, finding out that it's dirt. And like, I'm just like, okay, if it was me, I would have been outside waiting, being like, no, let's leave. But Ire can't. It's not that smart, so I have to commit to eating the dirt bread. And I was just like, now, if you would have told me this morning, we're just like, what do you think we're going to do today? If I've never been able to conjure up in my brain
I'm gonna eat dirt bread.
the idea of a dirt bakery.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like like you complimented my whimsy earlier. I'm complimenting your whimsy back because
Thanks.
there's nothing more whimsical than a pretty much con artist who sells you dirt bread because she gives you an item that can make you taste not the dirt bread while you're eating the dirt. Like, that's insane in the best way. I love it.
What do you wish for?
My wish and I guess I also like directing this at myself. I was like, last time my wish was like wishing to find a spot to be able to grow with Emmy, and that happened. So I'm gonna manifest more ways to bring in more stuff about Ayer's like clan in a physical way
Good.
in the future.
We love.
Because now that I'm like starting to like bread, like the breadcrumbs are becoming more slices of bread.
Not dirt.
If that makes sense,
Mhm.
like not sliced dirt bread,
Dirt bread.
but like
You're like repurposing the bread or like reforming it.
Yeah.
it's not like little bits of information. Now that I feel like I'm comfortable enough, like actually throwing like a lot of the bigger stuff, because I feel like the characters have grown enough at that point. It's gonna be, I feel like, beneficial to what's the word? Realizing the character and its fullest potential if I find a way to get Ayer to actually be able to like pull in stuff that brings it in, because it's very, because I like that how we created Ayer, but I also realized I kind of wrote myself in a corner, making where I come from so distant,
Mhm.
but so integral to who they are. So yeah, that's my wish. My wish is for me to find ways where I can just do that in the future.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
No, I think that's really good. I get that a lot from players who are like, I'm from the jungle, or I'm from this and this is new. You do sort of all have that feeling of like, I feel like I've been written into a corner and I did it myself. Damn it! Let me
Yeah.
figure this
Mhm.
out. Yeah, so I'm happy to help and excited. To
I
see
feel like
where that goes.
it's also very possible too, considering that I gave myself a leg in, considering that we're all mages. So I could literally just be like, haha, there's a magical solution, quite literally, because we all know magic.
Yeah. Austin, go next.
My star goes to Mandy.
We get to love each other.
Yeah, we get to give
Sing
each other
me.
stars.
Yay! I
Yep.
love.
I love that you're able to, in character, give opportunities to other people to share more about their character. I feel like Emmy has done that really well throughout the games, but you had another couple examples of it tonight, and it's good playing with people generally that aren't like the whole story's about me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you sort of effortlessly are able to bring other people in, which is nice.
You're a good lancer in
Yeah.
story writing.
I'm just like, so tell me more. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
Totally.
And a wish.
A wish.
I wish I could get some fucking tiramisu. That doesn't suck.
That other one
dip.
should be
For
coming.
food
The
are
second one was ordered.
killing me.
Uh-huh.
They
Granny
forgot to
truly has
soak
had
the
horrible
lady
rolls for food.
fingers.
I think Granny's just like, I'm just headcanoning. She's an amazing cook, and it's like everything is disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, is it that difficult? Like,
Right.
why
It's
could
high
you
Let
cook
me
it
get
standard.
in
the
your
first
kitchen.
time?
Like-
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I
Like
feel
if you
that.
made a crunchwrap at home, it would be fire.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
feel it. I feel it. Okay. Mandy, say nice things about Squid.
Squid. Every time that we play together, every time we do this, you crack me up
Mhm.
every time. And you take things in directions so quickly that I wouldn't even think of, like the wit of just like souls kidnapped. That was hilarious. Okay. Old lady assassin. I could be an old lady assassin. Still cracks me up. And that was episodes ago. And I think about it on a regular basis. I could be an old lady assassin. And it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good. It's just good. It's good. And Granny is this
Thank
like
you.
so well-rounded of a character. And it's like, I never know what you're gonna do, but everything that you do feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't ever feel out of character, but it's also like sometimes you get this like chaos random spot and you're like, oh yeah, no, but that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
And I just love that. And I just think you're very quick.
Thank you.
And I am not jealous of it. What is it? I like look up to it. I want more of that for me.
Inspired.
Of like being that like snappier with it. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then my wish
Yeah, what's your
is
wish?
that Kanna and Emmy can eventually have a conversation that isn't a half fight every time. Because it's always a half fight.
That's how you know you're
Like,
really friends,
that's
though.
true.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's always this like a little too honest. If that's what it is though, because like if you are meant to be friends, there is almost like too much honesty
Yeah.
in it, where you're not protecting each other's feelings as
Mhm.
much as trying to like actually solve it. You know,
If someone RP'd with me the way that you two RP, I would probably be like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm gonna cry. Like
Yeah, I'm pretty mean
nah,
sometimes.
we're good. We're on our 34-day streak. We're living.
TikToks.
Mandy and I have a 34-day TikTok streak.
Oh
It's
my
pretty
God.
impressive.
It is the most hodgepodge of videos. Like if you go through this, none of them are connected
That's so good.
between our stuff.
I
It's
love.
so funny.
Aries, you have two fingers, two thoughts.
One was I just puppy kicking off of what Andy said about Squid. I think that what I like most about Granny is that it's very Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's that like
So much.
instead of
Yeah.
ignoring the old lady angle, you're embracing the old lady angle in a way that is
It's
so
Blanche.
genius.
It is very
It's just so
It's
genius.
very Blanche.
Yeah,
Very.
I think I said that in our group chat one time, and
Mhm.
I was like Blanche because I said I'm what is it, Rose,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Betty White's character, where it's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
that like naive but
Yeah.
also more innocent with
It's
that.
cute.
So
What's your
Yep.
second finger?
I almost forgot what my second finger was. I was just like, wait, why did I put this one up? My second finger is that if anybody who is very skilled in animation want to make me a birthday gift, now realizing the dynamic that has been put before us, if you would
Mhm.
like to make an animation of Kanna and Emmy singing "What Is This Feeling" from the Wicked soundtrack,
Oh my
that
god,
would be
that is not what I
fantastic.
thought you were going. Oh my god, I thought you were like,
dancer.
make me.
but remember,
this
Emmy's a terrible singer,
Lionel.
so it has to be bad.
Oh God.
Because I just realized
Like that
you
last
guys
Christmas
are in
video
that
I've been
like
sending y'all.
Mhm.
is this like literally like you guys are like you're in your loathing phase because you don't realize that you're destined to be besties. We're in Wicked. Look, it's
you didn't
Glinda.
know this was the Wicked campaign? Because
I just found out, everybody.
I love
It
that we're
is
gonna be
Wicked.
able to listen and like watch through the show and listen to the after game chats and know Aries' current fixation based on the things that you reference. You're
we know
always
it's the Wicked
it's
time
like
frame. There's
Seraphine,
still
it's
TikTok
like
that
this,
exists.
It's
I'm
gonna
in
be
my
fun.
girl. I'm going back into my Lux hyperfixation and League, so I'm gonna be making Lux references next month.
Yep,
Whoop, whoop.
yep, it'd be that
Just to
way.
prove it, my wallpaper is Lux. Period.
Sarah, you have a pingy.
I do. I just wanted to piggyback off of what Emmy said about Austin and Granny.
Emmy.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah. I
Did
am
I say
Emmy.
Emmy?
You did.
Yeah, it's okay. I called you Kanna the other day after.
You did. Wow,
Yeah.
what's
You just
real and
embodied
what's
our characters so much.
you see, we really get into it here on the
Emmy and
Overprepared
Mandy aren't
DM.
that different, so
Mm.
neither
I
is
wanted
Saya and
to
Kanna.
I wanted to kind of applaud or commend you for always keeping everyone on their toes. Because your wit really is really, really quick, and you always kind of have like something ready to snap on people. And as someone who's really new to this medium, as like a form of expression or like as a player, as a tabletop player, I really appreciate it because it always helps me stay on my toes. So I'm never kind of just like it's hard to space out all the time because Granny's always going to come up with something that brings you into the narrative and brings you into interacting with people, and it's like impossible to not be a part of what Granny has cooking, you know? And so as a new player, I just really appreciate the energy that you bring with Granny.
Wow, we get to love on Austin. That's literally
Thank
why I
you.
invited him to the campaign, because he's my favorite person to RP with. He's very fun. Everyone in the comments talk about how awesome Austin is. Thank you.
Only that.
Oh, my heart too with
Hmm.
the dream.
I
You're
know.
all
Granny's
I was like, you're gonna make
dream.
me cry.
I know.
A
Can
I
I
don't
pin.
think
add-
y'all even really know anything about her, like at
No,
all.
we
You
know
have
you were
hundreds
married, and
of-
we know
you have-
Ugly Mug.
You have
Mhm.
hundreds of years of life,
Mhm.
and so
Mhm.
yeah. A pingy.
Also,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to get me a spring
I'm
equinox
so
gift,
done. You said
I-
also.
Spring
and
Equinox gift.
yes, first my birthday,
For when
then
this
spring
is coming
equinox.
out.
Yeah. So if you want to animate a scene of Granny finding the note and then it just a dramatic like pan into her face, he's been kidnapped. Like I need it. I'm
so
just saying.
done.
I'm just saying. I need that for me.
There are mass
If you want
Or
to animate
me.
everything we do,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
thank
hey,
you.
listen, that is a goal of mine to
Yeah.
once we grow. Like, this is our first campaign, so we're a baby channel over in the Overprepared DM actual play YouTube
For
space.
babies.
It's a little TM. That's a lot of space, a lot of words, but it's a baby channel. Eventually, we'll have someone on the team doing something for animation, even if it's just little
Yeah.
things. I have
Mhm.
people in mind. We just need the money in mind. You know what
I'm
I
just-
mean? You know what I mean?
I'm so glad that I was
Hit
able
up that
to.
Patreon.
Subscribe. Buy merch that we might have sometime.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Oh my god. Oh, a t-shirt of Ire just going through this. Yep.
I thought of
You
a
said,
t-shirt
if you're
though
listening,
that's
I want you to buy
like
this.
Yeah.
you know the Wicked like Elphaba Glinda, but like Kanna Emmy,
You guys are
like
giving away when this episode's being recorded, guys. Wicked just
Really?
came out.
I want back
look at my
something,
background.
but it's
That's
Ire.
fair, that's fair.
It's Ire, and Ire has ice
I have
crafted
Halloween.
wand, and they're in a bubble that they froze in the bubble bath, and it's just like
I
them singing
fully
like "Let us
anticipated you
be
doing
glad."
that.
Yep.
I fully anticipated you doing the bubble thing.
resisted.
I liked what you chose instead. I liked the thing. There's another thing that I liked
I
before we
referenced
get out of
Frozen
here.
instead.
Every time someone said fish, Aries just went, where?
Where?
It's so funny to
That
me.
was intentional too at the very beginning when it
said
was some comment
fish
about Ire.
again.
I was just like fish.
And they were like, where? It worked out great. It was so good.
Yeah,
I
I was
loved it.
thinking
It was
about
like
those
to prove a
TikToks
point.
where the TikToks where they're saying like describing like their perfect person. They're like, where?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a tall,
Fish.
like a tall, tall, dark, handsome man. Where?
Mhm.
Fish. Where? Where?
What are you gonna do if you have to choose between this man and the fish, though?
Oh
Right.
man.
Mm. He said Greer is mine. I'm excited. Next episode you guys are going to be watching is Concho's solo episode, which will be our very first one of the campaign. We're going to have a couple of them. We'll also have a couple show episodes where we have guests. One of them is coming up soon, so I'm excited about that. And then the next after game chat will be after that one as well. It's a little bit of a wonky season right now because we have the splits, but that'll be when Concho has watched this episode and they have watched Concho's episode, so everyone will be back together talking about all the shenanigans, and then they've also played the game back together again, so it's gonna be wild. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
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 See you later.